Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Lions alternate history. We are going to do the playoffs and then maybe free agency and the draft. I'm saying that with trepidation because I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. This is my first off season with Football Mogul 2017 version. And so I don't really know how this is going to play out. If you are just finding this video for the first time, we played an entire 1980 Detroit Lions alternate history season. There is the calendar there if you want to see how we did. If you're unfamiliar with what was going on, we gave away a Billy Sims autographed jersey. That was a lot of fun, and we find ourselves 4-12 out of the playoffs. We do have the number one pick in the draft, which is fantastic, but we do have to contend with the playoffs first. So here is the playoffs as it stands. Now, originally what I wanted to do was I wanted to maybe actually play these games computer versus computer one at a time and just record those videos and maybe just comment over them. But I don't think we have time for that. I'm not sure how interested you are in that kind of thing, and I can tell you that I'm not really all that interested. I kind of just want to get to the Super Bowl and then take a look at how the free agency works and the draft part, which, if I'm to be honest, is my favorite part of Football Mogul or as Baseball Mogul, and I'm assuming it'll be my favorite part of Football Mogul. So let's go ahead and play this out and see how this goes. Now, if we are going to advance the play, I assume we want to play 1 week, and it will play these two wild card games where it's the Patriots versus the Bills and the Cowboys versus the Packers. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. We are going to play 1 week. Would you like to? Oh, yeah, let's turn off commissioner mode, right? And then what happens? Okay. All right. So the Bills won 20-10, and the Cowboys won 24-13. Okay. I mean, it's kind of like anticlimactic, right? I mean, we now have the Bills versus the Chargers, the Steelers and the Dolphins, the Bears and the Rams, the Eagles and the Cowboys. Can we actually let's check this out. Games. Can we wild card? Okay. Oh, okay. So here is the Patriots and the Bills stats from their game, the 20-10 game, and then we can click on this. A player of the game was Curtis Brown of the Bills, who had 136 total yards. Okay, and then we can click on this and see the Cowboys beat the Packers. And Tony Dorsett was the player of the game. Well, the quarterback was someone named Glenn Carano. He had to start a playoff game? That is crazy. Now, it doesn't show the playoff game stats here, right? Or is it included? Is there any way to... I don't know. No, I don't know if there's any way to see the playoff stats, but... Okay, so Danny White must be injured. That's interesting, I suppose. And yet they still won the game. So, okay. So I'm only spending time on this because I'm curious at how it plays out. But let's move on. We'll go back to the playoff round of the divisional round, I guess. And let's play a week and see what happens here. Then we'll go to the conference championship, all right? All right, here we go. 1 week playing. Whoa, that happened so quickly. The Rams beat the Bears, I guess as they should have. The Eagles beat the Cowboys, which makes sense if they had a backup in there. The Dolphins beat the Steelers. Holy cow. And the Chargers beat the Bills. All right. Okay, well, let's look at games. For divisional, here is the Bears and the Rams. The Rams Ferragamo threw for 4 touchdowns. He was the player of the game. Dolphins, Steelers. Tony Nathan of the Dolphins was the player of the game. Bob Greasy threw for 4 TDs. Eagles, Cowboys. What? Now they got Gary Hogaboom in there? I don't understand what is going on with that team. Anyway, the Eagles won, and that's everybody, right? Oh, the Bills, Chargers, right? Charlie Joyner, player of the game, as the Chargers won in OT. So, okay. All right. We're moving along. So now we have the conference finals. This is to go to the Super Bowl. Chargers, Dolphins, Rams, Eagles. Now, if you may remember, and if I'm remembering correctly, I think the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 1980, right? They beat the Raiders in real life. So they are playing pretty well here. Let's go ahead and play the conference championship. Eagles versus Dolphins. Wow, Dolphins won a shootout, 45-42, and the Eagles played some solid defense. Let's take a look at the games here for the conference. Eagles, Rams. Ferragamo was 7 for 21. Only 234 total yards for the Rams. Great job by the Eagles. This has got to be the team that's going to win, right? I mean, yeah, they're the best team. Here's the Dolphins, Chargers. Dolphins scored 17 points in the fourth quarter to win that ball game. That would have been a fun game to watch, as Greasy threw 3 touchdowns. All right, so we are at the Super Bowl now, and we've got the Dolphins and the Eagles. I wish there was a way to see, like, if the game had a line. Oh, wait, can we just click on this? Oh, let's look at the, maybe if we go to Dolphins. Oh, yeah, there is a line. Okay, so Philadelphia is giving up 4.5 points. I'm sorry, the Eagles are giving 4.5 points to the Dolphins. And the over-under is 42. Okay, I guess I'm just kind of curious. I know we're kind of blowing through this, but I still kind of want to learn a little bit about how this works. Okay, this says World Championship. Oh, but it does say Super Bowl. I wonder if there's if you had to pay a fee to call it the Super Bowl, right? Because isn't there some I don't know, some law that you can't use those words? Okay, World Champions. Who are they? Let's go ahead and play it out 1 week, and then we'll see what happens after. Eagles win 27-17. Let's look at the Super Bowl stats. I'm doing the Super Bowl shuffle right here in my chair. The Eagles won. They were the best team all year. Ron Jaworski, player of the game. Did he win the MVP? Probably, right? I guess the same thing as player of the game. Taking a look at the wide receivers. Wilbert Montgomery, best running back all year. Somebody named Leroy Harris. Oh, this is Charlie Smith. All right. Yeah, I guess we can't look at it that way. Okay, and then yeah, I mean, Bob Greasy was below 50% completion. Tony Nathan had 61 total yards. You take a look at the wide receivers there. Duriel Harris had 129 yards receiving. Jimmy Cephalo. And anyway, you get it. You get the picture. So, wow. Tony Franklin, 2 for 5 in field goals. I wish there was a way to see, oh, he's got a Super Bowl ring. It says it right there. Is there a way to have yeah, there's no way to actually look at playoff stats. That sucks. I hope they fix that for, the 2023 version. Okay, so now it says 1980 offseason. This is what the fun part. So what do we do here? Or has things already happened? Okay, So these are the free agents that were already available to me. As you can see, they have terrible ratings. So this is like, that's all old people, old free agents. Okay, so do we play 1 week and then something happens? I guess we play a week. Okay. Based on your draft picks, you will need approximately $1.5 million in cash to pay signing bonuses during the draft. If you end up below this amount, after renewing contracts, you can make trades for cash before draft day. Okay, well that's helpful. That's good. That's a good note. Okay, what happens? Okay. Oh, we've got almost $3 million right now. And the first person they're offering us is Freddie Scott, by far our best player. He's 27 years old. He wants a 5-year deal through 1985 with one salary at $1.2 million with a signing bonus. That's how much it would impact the payroll. Now, the room under the cap is $838,000, and there's all the money we have. Freddie Scott is maybe our team MVP. You could vote for team MVP on the Brainiac Baseball YouTube page. If you go to our posts and you can check out the options there. There's a poll where you can vote if you want. Well, let's get rid of that. All right. That is a lot of money. Can we skip and come back to him? No. All right. Shoot. Well, we want him, but I don't like 1.24. I mean, that's a lot of money, right? Would that take up all of our cap room? Or we haven't, I mean, maybe it's, I know there's a bunch of Lions players that are going to be available for free agency, so we probably will gain more as we cut people that we don't want. Shit, I wish we could come back to him. Here is, if you can't afford him, he's bait for a blockbuster trade. So is this a sign and trade situation? Interesting. Okay. That makes me think about it. All right, let's sign him. Let's go. Oh, I hit fewer years and then it got all jumbled. Oh, shit. Well, I can't see what that says. Oh, boy. Yeah, boy. 3 years. I can't see what it says. I don't know what I'm agreeing to. Can I close it and come back? Oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. All right, maybe we'll come back around. All right. Oh, wait. Now look at a room under cap. So I must have let him go. Well, if I'm not going to pay Freddie Scott, I'm sure as hell not going to pay Leonard Thompson. Right? I mean, I pay him $1 million? I don't know. Let's see here. Signing bonus is only $50,000. I mean, he's barely better than our 3, 4, and 5 based on his ratings. All right. Let's say decline. Okay, so here's Keith Dorney. Now, he's not great, But of our offensive linemen, he was the best at yards per rush, like letting Billy eat. So we are going to accept that. It is a 4-year deal. He's only 22 years old. Maybe he's going to get better. I don't know. But we got to have him. So we're going to say yes. Jeff Comlow, our number 3 quarterback. He can go suck it. Ulysses Norris, our backup tight end. He can hit the road. Horace King. Oh, he wants $750,000. No. I mean, we can't talk him down in salary. We could do fewer years or more years, but we can't change the amount, right? As far as I can tell. So we're going to say no. Plus, we like Rick Kane a lot. Bo Robinson, who never really even got into a game. Nope. Now, Jesse Thompson. Oh, come on. Like, why is he asking for that much money? Now I feel like an idiot if I say yes to him. He's our number 4 receiver, and we've already lost 2 receivers. I wish there were a way to skip it and come back. Or maybe we just have to take our chances in free agency and the draft. Because I don't think that makes sense to pay him that if we're not going to pay Freddie Scott. Here's John Arnold. He is our punt returner, our kick returner, and he did make 1 catch. His numbers are not great, but I did kind of like him. Can we do fewer years? I hate it. This has got to be something they must have cleaned up by now in the 2023 version. This is the 2017 version. So let's go ahead and accept the John Arnold. Okay, Burton Lawless, he's a backup guard. So no to him. Oh, Prentice McRae. God, I like him a lot. Look at the money. Come on, man. Oh, I want him back on the team. He got injured. He missed 8 games for us. I've kind of messed this up, haven't I? I've messed this up already. I can't. We have a lot of money to spend, which is going to be great in free agency. But I can't justify paying him that if I didn't pay our best player that. And plus he missed 8 games. Dave Simmons, this guy played pretty well considering he was thrust into duty. I'm going to go ahead and take this deal with him. It's not a lot of money for 3 years. And he was pretty good. Like, look at his scouting. I mean, he had 62 tackles and 8 starts, played in every game. So we're going to say yes. Gary Cobb, this guy had like so many costly penalties. Encroachment. He had 3 encroachment penalties when we started playing him due to injury. It doesn't say that. I really like Gary Cobb, actually. He was a good Detroit Lions linebacker. And it's probably too early in his career for him to have any value. USC, for crying out loud. But we got to have somebody to play linebacker. And it's not a lot of money. So, oh God, he's terrible though. We're gonna pay him. I'm really spending money stupidly right now. Here's Eddie Cole, a player that I never heard of before, although there he is. He did get 1 start, played in 7 games. 23 years old. I'm going to say no. We just signed 2 crappy linebackers, better than him. James Harrell, linebacker. That's a no. Ken Fantetti, come on, he didn't even play. He's got a peak of 67. I have his autograph somewhere. We're going to say no. Like, why would I? We lost all of those guys. Okay, Jimmy Allen, overall at 86 now. I really like Jimmy Allen. I like him. I liked him back then. I like him now. He only started 12 games, and he is already on the decline. He only had one interception. Oh, damn it. I like him, though. Payroll impact. We are really under the cap, and we don't have any more offensive guys. Shoot. I can't do smaller bonus. I can only give more. All right. I mean, they seem to accept every time I say yes. So we're going to accept it. I like Jimmy Allen, personally. So I'm playing with my heart, not my head here. Oh, okay. That was the last guy. Okay, so it's processing the offseason. Oh, it's time to draft. All right. Well, shoot. I was hoping I'd have more time to put the football cards in for the players. I haven't done that yet. So that's going to make it challenging later. Okay, we're going to draft. Yeah, we're doing this whole thing. So you're hopefully you're along for the long haul here. So yes, we have first pick, so we're not going to miss anything. Make your pick. First pick overall. Oh, man. Well, we need a lot, don't we? Is it going to pull it up on its own, or do I have to go get it? College draft. Okay, yeah. So I just click on somebody. All right. So this is the okay, if we click on their peak, this is where they project players will peak out at, right? The CSS is the combined score system, which I don't even know what that means, but if you were going to go based on the combine, this is Ricky Jackson would be the highest rated score of the combine. And then we can stretch this out a little bit here. You can see where they went to college if you're curious. There we go. Okay. So what do we need? Everything, including a quarterback, if I had to be honest. We lost two of our wide receivers. 3 wide receivers, actually. Okay, let's look at the peak. We have the number 1 pick overall. And, yes, LT, Lawrence Taylor, is in this draft. But he's like way down here, like at 81 or something. Scroll. There he is. LT's right there. Look at this. How is this something like our scouting is not good? So they've misrepresented Lawrence Taylor? Can we not go for him now and maybe get him later? Howie Long. I mean, there's so many great options here. Okay, but if we were going to draft and we were looking at the best rated players, these are our options here. We have Wade Wilson and Neil Lomax for quarterbacks. We have Chris Collinsworth, which I can't justify drafting him. 6'5", though. God, that'd be awesome. We have a good tackle in Joe Jacoby, part of the Hogs for the Redskins. Keith Van Horn, a great tackle for Atlanta. Ronnie Lott, cornerback. Oh, my gosh. How do we not take Ronnie Lott? Ricky Jackson, he's the highest combine score and very highly rated for his peak. Dexter Manley did. Jay Hilgenberg, center, longtime center for the Bears. I could take a punter. That would be hilarious. Okay, so you get the picture. Okay, I wish I could actually like have you guys chime in. We should have done this live. And maybe we'll do the next one in 1981. Maybe we'll do it live, so you guys can yell at me while I'm doing this. Look, I'm thinking Ronnie Lott. I don't think Wade Wilson is the quarterback that we need. Oh, can we get out of this and look at free agents? Are there free agents available? Okay, yeah. Who's the free agents? Oh, crap. Joe Montana is a free agent. Look at the money that he's asking for. Let's do peak. Joe Montana. Joe Cool. And then Freddie Scott. Nat Moore. Kellen Winslow, tight end. Oh, that'd be a nice upgrade over David Hill. Shit. Look at all there's not a ton. If we're looking at 80 and above, I think 80 is league average, right? Oh my gosh. Well, Steve Fuller's the only other good quarterback. He played a little bit for the Chiefs last year. Okay, so there's our free agents. Wow. All right, so we know Joe Montana is out there, and he's looking for $4.28 million. Ay. Okay, let's go back to the draft here. I don't think we could afford him. I don't think anybody could afford him. Let's take a look back at the draft. Okay, I say, and I hope that you're in agreement, I say we got to go with Ronnie Lott. I know I'm a name whore. Ronnie Lott, overall, like right now, he's ready to step in. He's peaking at 88. His combine score is high. And how could you not draft Ronnie Lott? Maybe we draft D and we sign O. I'm talking about defense and offense if you're not following along. Okay, here we go. I think I'm going to draft Ronnie Lott. Is that what you would do? Maybe you could tell me in the comments below if you think I'm a total a-hole. Yes, I would like Joe Jacoby. I would love that. I would love Keith Van Horn. It's just not sexy. And I'm all about sexy. Ronnie Lott. We're going to go with Ronnie Lott. I hope you're on board with that pick. Here we go. We're going to draft Ronnie Lott. Number one. Oh, man, we're drafting a quarterback. Number one overall. Knowing what we know, that seems like a mistake, right? Nobody would ever do that, would they? Has that ever happened? Charles Woodson, where was he drafted? Okay, I think he was drafted in the top 10, right? Holy smokes. Okay, we're going to do it. Draft. Boom. Ronnie Lott. Oh, we got to make some deals here. Okay. A 6-year deal for $485,000 with a signing bonus. We got plenty of room under the cap, and we got plenty of cash. I'm okay with that. Ronnie Lott, we want him to be a lifetime Lion. Except, boom! Oh, I want to see what happened. Can we go back and look? All right, let's close this. Okay. Oh, Neil Lomax goes to San Francisco. Again, they don't have Joe Montana. The Bengals sign Wade Wilson. Washington signs somebody named Frank Warren, defensive end. Oakland Raiders go defensive tackle Pete Kugler, don't know. Seattle takes Ricky Jackson. The Jets take John Hardy. Jim Burt to the Cardinals. Denver takes Keith Van Horn. That's a good pick. The Giants go with Freeman McNeil, who actually in real life went to the Jets. The Houston Oilers take Jeff Kemp. Minnesota, they go wide receiver. That makes total sense, right? Chris Collinsworth. Atlanta Falcons take a running back. That's weird. They have lots of good running backs there, as we just found out in Week 16. Baltimore takes Milt McCall, linebacker. Jay Hilgenberg goes to the Chiefs. Matt Booza, wide receiver, goes to New Orleans. Tampa Bay Buccaneers side of tackle. Cleveland takes Jim Wilkes, defensive tackle. The Rams take Everson Walls. That's a great pick. Angelo King goes to the Pack. Don't know who that is. Stump Mitchell had a good career with the Cardinals. He goes to the Patriots. The Bears take Greg Brown, defensive end. They're going D. Buffalo takes Joe Jacoby, great pick. Pittsburgh takes Curtis Green. Dallas takes a guard, Billy Ard. San Diego takes Edwin Bailey. Miami takes Bill Neal. And the Phillies take a great safety. LT is still on the board as we go to round number 2. All right, who is out there? Oops, I chose free agency. Budget, players, free agency. Not free agency, draft. Okay, here we go. The draft. Let's look at the combine scores. Lots of kickers and punters. Let's not look at that. Okay, peak ratings. Somebody named Billy Jackson, Alabama. He's a small guy. He's the best player on the board, not a punter or kicker. Then we got Danny Spradlin. Never heard of him. Ken Marjoram, wide receiver, once played for the Bears. Then we got Dexter Manley, the manhole cover. I just made that up. I don't think that was his nickname. Ron Fellows. I'm thinking Dexter Manley, if we can just stay off the coke. Linebacker Randy Scott. I don't know these players here. Bobby Butler, didn't he play for the Packers as a cornerback? I think all the hot players are off the board. This Mark Nichols, he did play for the Lions. And we haven't even gotten to LT yet, so maybe we can get LT in the 3rd round. So let's go defensive end. We're going all defense here, I think. There's 7 rounds if you're asking yourself, which would be weird. Let's see. I think we got to go the Dexter Manley here out of Oklahoma State. There's Dexter Manley. 6'3", 256, defensive end, good 40, great peripherals. He's ready for the pass rush right now. We need that. All we have is Bubba Baker, and he had 13 sacks, Dexter Manley, in college as a senior. And our best was Al Bubba Baker with 6. So we're going to go Dexter Manley here. Round number 2. Let's sign him. Oh, wow. Look at the money. He's asking for nothing. $10,000 signing bonus? I got that in my couch cushions. Let's give it to him. Boom. Okay, let's go back and take a look at round numero 2. Oh, people were taking kickers in the 2nd round. What? Bill Capice, never heard of that guy. Mick Luckhurst, I think he played for Atlanta. A punter? Come on, game. This is all to our advantage here. Ron Fellows, he played for the Cowboys, I believe. There's that Billy Jackson. Atlanta took 2 running backs? Okay, this game is not putting any thought into this. Andre Franklin to Kansas City. He was on the Dolphins in real life. There's Howie Long. Howie Long going to Tampa. Eric Wright goes to the Rams. Mark May goes to San Diego. You know what? That means we've got a chance to get LT. I think that makes it easy for us. There's the combine scores. I mean, we could get a wide receiver late, and he could be our number 2 receiver. Let's look at the peak scores here. Gosh, don't we have to get LT? Do you think we can get LT in the 4th round? Look at all these players that are available. We could get Russ Grimm on the offensive line. That would be amazing. There's some good linebackers here, at least by stats. I don't see a wide receiver that we got to have. I'm thinking Russ Grimm. And then maybe we get LT in the next round if he's available. There he is down here at a 79. I think we could go one more round. I think we got to go with Russ Grimm. Let's take a look at him here. Russ Grimm. He's a 75. I mean, he would start. We'd have a 3rd round pick starting. It says peak 81. I don't know. Is Russ Grimm in the Hall of Fame? I think he might be. I believe he's in the Redskins Ring of Honor anyway. I think he'd be good. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, I mean, let's do it. Let's go Russ Grimm. Draft him. No signing bonus. And we'll give him a team jersey. Give him a team t-shirt. All right, except we still have a lot of cash. We have lots of room under the cap. Except, all right, round number 4. Let's go back real quick. Take a look at round 3. There's Russ Grimm, kickers and punters. Let's see here. Anybody we want to make note of? So Ken Marjoram, the best wide receiver on the list, goes to Atlanta. They're all offense here. Turk Schoenert was available. He went to Kansas City. Mark Nichols went to New Orleans. Leslie Frazier went to the Bears. That makes sense. Nobody else here of no. Oh, Bobby Butler went to the Rams. Okay, so you know what that means. You know LT is available. And wouldn't I be an idiot if I didn't draft LT in the 4th round? Where's he at? 79. I mean, do I dare let him go another round? I think that would be kind of dumb. All right. What do we got here? We got Mike Wilson out of Washington State. Hugh Green. I mean, Hugh Green is a great linebacker. All those years with the Bucks. I mean, we got to go LT. Even if Hugh Green's got better ratings. I mean, how could we not go LT? I think you have to agree. If you haven't agreed with me on anything up to this point, you've got to agree with me on LT. So we're going to draft LT. That was the easiest thing I've ever done. It's got nobody, no bonus. He's got the coke and the hookers. That's about it. Okay. So on to the 5th round. There's LT. Oh, look at San Francisco. Got Kenny Easley, Hall of Famer. I didn't see him. That would have been very helpful to us. Fulton Walker. I remember him as a kick returner. Let's see here. Anybody else of note? Hobie Brenner. Kind of remember him. Was he in Notre Dame? Oh, USC. There's Hugh Green. Wow, we could have got Hugh Green also. James Brooks, fullback. Okay. All right, so now we are on to the 5th round. And unless there's somebody out there huge, we got to start thinking offense here. So let's see what we've got. for wide receiver or offensive line. There we go. I can't click and think at the same time. Okay, wow. There's a linebacker rated an 86 out of Alabama. Randy Scott. That guy could play for us right now. All right, well, let's get refocused here. We've got offensively, we've got John Mistler out of Arizona State, Harold Bailey, Doug Donnelly, James Murphy, Marcus Anderson, David Verser, Tracy Porter. Do you know any of those guys? I don't know any of those guys. Okay, so let's see. Who's the biggest? 6'2", 186, 6'2", 197. Those are little guys. All right, so let's take a look and see if we have like their speed. 40-yard dash, 444 for Mistler. Harold Bailey, 446. So they're basically the same. So if all things are equal, you go big. So we're going to go, now he's 1 year older. I don't know who this is, but we're going to take him. Harold Bailey, here in the 5th round, he probably won't play. Maybe a kick returner for us? I don't know. There's Mike Singletary, for crying out loud. Oh my gosh. Out of Baylor. We got to think offense, though, right? Let's stay on course. Okay, Harold Bailey, I don't know you, but we're going to draft you here. And we don't have to worry too much. Let's take a look back at the previous round. Bob Cobb, he went to San Francisco. Randy Scott, anybody? Yeah, Mike Augustiniak. I remember him. There's another wide receiver. He went to Cleveland. Matt Mendenhall, defensive end. I don't know any of those guys. All right. Here we go. Round 6. Only 2 rounds to go. Wow. Now we could have Mistler too. Wow, we could have had both. Let's take a look here down the list. Guys, we can get Mike Singletary. We need offense. Is Russell Gary? Oh, he's a cornerback. That's not who I'm thinking. Oh, my goodness. I don't see any other names here. Am I a fool for not taking Mike Singletary? Or should I go to another wide receiver? We've lost 3. We're probably going to sign 1. We have to sign 1. We don't have any good wide receivers. All right. I think let's just take a look at the other ones here. James Murphy, out of Utah State. 447. I think these are all just random numbers. 444 for David Verser. A Tracy Porter, 445. All right, these are not distinguishing anyone. What about Marty McDoyle, 449? Okay. So, all things being equal, you go with the big dude. Do we go with David Verser, who's a little heavier? I think we'll just go with John Mistler. I mean, wait. There's a defensive tackle here. Johnny Robinson. Best player on the board. Oh, no. Do we go defense? I mean, he would play. This guy would play right now. Okay, no, we got to go. We got to go wide receiver. We got to be smart about it. Okay, so we're going to take wide receiver, John Missler. If Singletary is available, we got to take Singletary in the final round. Draft. Oh, okay, and yeah, we accept. Okay, did Singletary get picked? He's still there. So we're going to take him, but let's just look at the round real quick. Let's see here. Larry Lee. The wide receiver. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anybody here that we recognize? I guess not. Okay. That's awesome. We're going to get Mike Singletary. This is awesome. Let's go ahead and draft Mike Singletary. I mean, we could take like a 7th round quarterback here, but we're going to have to sign one. All right. Mike Singletary. I mean, his numbers don't look great, but he's, one of the best that ever lived. I mean, we have to give it to him just based on his name. At the very least, we signed a bunch of good names. Draft. All right, yes. Well. Oh, okay. Close that out. All right. So now the free agency period starts. Oh, tell me it hasn't. Okay, yeah. I was thinking like, wow, did they just sign everybody's teams or something? Negotiate. Okay, we could. All right. Okay, let's hold on here for a second. All right. Let's look at our team. Here's our Detroit. All right. Wait a minute. What? Okay, so I have to do some adjusting here, but wait, what? Why do we have tackles in there at wide receiver? What? There's our wide receivers down here. Okay. We have to fix this for a moment. So just give me a moment. All right. I think this is screwy, but let's get our players aligned. Tackle, tackle, tackle. Guard. Center. I'm going to take a moment here and just kind of put them in order so that I know what I'm dealing with. We got one guard. Okay. So, wow, we are not good. So Freedy is our number 1 receiver for right now. Number 2 wide receiver is Williams. Okay. Now we've got Homer Elias, a tackle at 73. What is going on here? There's a tackle. This is really exciting for you, I'm sure. Okay, guard. Chris Diederich is not a... He is a guard. Yeah, he is a guard. Okay. Our center is... okay, Willie Parker. So I guess we're going to have Wally Peswit in there for a moment. Right guard is Bollinger. And actually, we got to switch these guys. Okay. And then our right tackle, for now, is going to be Vern Holland. Baldschweiler was our tackle earlier, and he got injured, and his numbers went down. So it's going to be Vern Holland for right now. He didn't even play last year. Okay. So then we've got Hipples, our quarterback. Rick Kane, backup running back. Calicut. Here's our 3 wide receiver. Well, there are 3 wide receivers. How is Dorney that low? We just re-signed him to a big deal, didn't we? Yeah. That's not right. Whatever. I will fix this on my own. Russ Grimm, we just drafted him. And apparently he's not ready for prime time. Okay, so there you go. That's what we have to work with, which is not great. Special teams, those guys are the same. This is fine. Defense, let's fix this. Okay. Okay, no, this is wrong. Safety, Jimmy Allen. There we go. And then linebacker. Okay, so defensive end. Defensive end, Dexter Manley. Well, he's good and ready to go. Well, how is Ronnie Lott like not good at all? Come on, man. Help me out here. LT and Mike Singletary actually better than LT right now. Okay. Dave Simmons up to a 95? What? Hells yes. Let's get him in there. Stan White, our leading tackler from last year, is out of a gerb. See ya. Okay. Defensive end. Do we have anybody better? Oh, yeah, we do. Al Bubba Baker, our leading sack guy, is losing his job to Dexter Manley. I mean, this is just we can change this up if we have to. All right, linebackers, cornerbacks. All right. So there we go. Now we know what we have, what we need to work with. We have some adjustments to do here, but what we need to do for sure is we need to at least sign one free agent wide receiver. We could probably use some offensive linemen. I would love to get Joe Montana, but I don't think that's right. So let's go ahead and see what we've got out there in the free agent world. If you're still hanging in there with me so far, you are a gem. Okay. I said gem, not jerk. We don't need John Cappelletti. We'd love Joey Montana here. 6 years at $1.66 million. We have the money, right? Don't we? Let's negotiate with Joe Montana. 25 years old. 6-year deal. Asking for a ton of money. And we are room under the cap. Payroll impact. If we sign him, we can't sign anybody else, really. All right. So that doesn't really make sense. Freddie Scott asking for reasonable money now. If we sign him, we will have plenty of money. So I think we got to bring back Freddie Scott as a free agent here. He tested the waters. Well, it's just, that's so easy. Like, it just does it. It kind of annoys me that there's not more negotiating like in the baseball where they might outbid you or something. Is there something that I'm missing here in the league editor? Let's take a look. Did I screw something up? What about signings and stuff? Is there any rules that I'm not paying attention to? I guess not. I mean, that's nothing else to. That's it. What else is there? City editor, stadium editor. Okay, well, tools, options. Okay, nothing there. Sorry, I really haven't looked at this. Advanced tools? Okay, nothing there. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's just how it works in this game. All right. Okay, back to free agency. So we signed our boy back. We need a, what's we got here? Okay, we could use, well, we need another wide receiver. We could use another wide receiver. Is there a wide receiver that's cheap? Dave Logan. Not particularly fast, but big, 6'4". The ratings are not, I mean, like this overall and peak, we can't, you have to trust me. I got to fix something. I already know what it is. So like, just ignore that. Okay. So why can I sign Nat Moore? That would be sweet. Oh, I got to get out of this mode. Shoot. How do I get out of commissioner mode? Okay, let's see if it'll let me out here. Plenty of room under the cap to sign Nat Moore. I think we got to absolutely sign Nat Moore as our number 2. Definitely an upgrade over Leonard Thompson. So we're going to go ahead and sign him. Okay. I mean, not a lot of fanfare here. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We could get Randy White? Come on. Holy shnikey. Oh, he barely played last year. He played in every game, but he barely played. He was an all-pro. Let's get Randy White, if we can. I mean, this is easy. So Randy White's on the team now. Let's look at the offensive line. Hey, let's get Larry Little. This is just like shopping for groceries. Yeah, we're gonna get Larry Little. I don't know. This doesn't feel right to do it this way. We're good everywhere else in the secondary. Ted Washington from the Colts. Can we get Ted Washington? Oh, he's on Houston. I guess we don't need him. We do need a third quarterback. Let's see here. Should we just go get Jeff Comlow back? He's still pretty young. This would wipe us out. Let's see here. I mean, I guess maybe we don't have to spend any more money at the moment. Maybe we just need to see what holes are available, and these other players will probably get dispersed to other teams. I mean, I guess, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I imagine these players will go to other teams, but I don't know how the game does that. Okay, let's take a look at our team again. The players we just signed. And we just signed them up. Okay, let's get we got Freddie Scott, We got Nat Moore as our 1-2. We got Larry Little at tackle. Okay. So, Freddie replaces Freedy. Sorry, Freedy. We got Nat Moore replacing Ray Williams. Actually, Ray Williams slightly better at the moment. Okay. And then we got to get Larry Little in there at tackle. Oh, yeah. That's easy. That's a good call. Okay. So, you'll have to trust me. These numbers will change. I'll work on that. Oh, this guy's better. Willie Parker's better. So we'll put Parker in there. Guard. Okay, yeah. All right. So there we have. That is our projected lineup here. We do need to sign a backup quarterback, but maybe we can hold off for now. Defense. Defensive tackle. DT. We've already got 2 good ones. Maybe we just blew that money. That's okay, though. I don't mind. We got Randy White back there. And maybe when we do an adjustment, maybe he's good enough to get in there. It's good to see Dexter Manley in there. Everything else is good. I mean, I have no problem with any of this other stuff. We have a little bit of money to use. We've got time for Singletary and Taylor and Ronnie Lott to develop. Maybe they'll be ready by opening day. I don't know. Okay. And I got to work on the playbook. We got lots of time before next year. Is there anything else? I mean, what does this say? Play. No, this game is ready to go. How are these free agents not on other teams? Do the other teams just not sign anybody? Out of curiosity, the players that other players that drafted, do they have players in there? Let's look at San Francisco's team. Oh, okay, they drafted Neil Lomax, and Neil Lomax is their quarterback after losing Joe Montana, I guess. So their drafted players are in there. Okay, well, I mean, it's working the way it should work. So I don't know what, I mean, I imagine Joe Montana, he's a free agent. He's not on any team. I would imagine some team is going to sign him in the middle of the season. Or are these just players for us to choose from? If so, that's really stupid. I mean, am I missing something? I don't know. Okay, look, I think that does it. I mean, there's our schedule. Oh, that's the 49ers. I'm sorry. Let's pull up Detroit. So here's our schedule for next year. It is different, but not by much. Wait. These are the same freaking teams we played. Just in a different order. Right? These are all the same teams. Does the game not switch it up? Is there like a schedule flippy? What? I don't know. Something from the schedule here that I don't know. I don't know. Okay. All right. I don't know. Well, shit. There's our schedule. I don't know. That's really stupid. I feel like we're ready to play week 1, and I don't feel like we did anything. Let's go ahead and save the game. You know what? I guess that's going to do it for the 1980 season. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about my draft and my free agent signings. I mean, there's not a lot, like with Baseball Mogul, when you go to sign a player, you want to sign Cal Ripken or something, he's a free agent, hypothetically. If there's another team that could use a shortstop, then they will upbid you for that player. And you could actually go to transactions, which you don't have here, and see other players being signed by other teams. So I don't know what happened there. But I'm assuming that when we come back to play in the fall of next year, that once I buy the 2023 edition, we upgrade it from Mogul 17, then there'll be all these new features that just have maybe been added over the years. That's all I can say. So maybe next year is going to look a little funky with the same schedule, but in a different order. But when we go to play the 1982 year, maybe we'll get a better schedule and more random players. So, okay, that's going to do it. It's going to put a wrap on the season. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too boring, and you understood my thought process. And when we come back, we will be ready to rock with the 1981 season. That'll take place, I guess, right around September. For now, we have the Seattle Pilots 1969 what-if scenario going on, and we will have the 1984 Detroit Tigers season replay coming up in April. So we have that to look forward to. Until then, everyone, have a great day.